The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has been up into the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Wii U for about 7 years, which I'm sure makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable and maybe even ancient. But today, to remember the great memories we had with Breath of the Wild, I will have a quick tutorial over here, for the English class of course, to show you how to do some exquisite types of transportation. All of these are sort of mechanics that the game uses for us to transport across Hyrule. So without further ado, let us commence with the first one, the Windbomb. In this short clip that I'm showing you right here is a small demonstration of what wind bombing is. Basically, wind bombing is a method used by many speedrunners to traverse a lot of land in very quick measure. Now, before we begin, perhaps I need to explain how does wind bombing actually work and the science between the mechanics of this traversal. In this short clip right here is a mechanic called bullet time. Bullet time is the mechanic in which Link is able to slow down time when he pulls out the bow mid-air. This technique is fairly often used when battling a lot of enemies. This right here is called a remote bomb, and as the name suggests, is used like a sort of bomb. You can pick it up and throw it at enemies in which you want to explode. It has a fairly big area of radius of attack, but it does really help in doing this wind bomb we're talking about here. Remote bombs and bullet time are two things that are very used in Breath of the Wild gameplays. Speedrunning or not, they are very common. But what happens when you combine the two of them? Does something weird happen? Actually, it does. When using bullet time and exploding one remote bomb near another remote bomb, instead of just the other remote bomb disappearing, the remote bomb actually has a weird sort of bouncing effect on the other bomb, as you can see in the next clip right here. Now that the science behind wind bombing has been explained, let me now tell you how to actually perform it. First of all, you need to walk off a very high ledge. That means any climbable surface like a tall ladder, or maybe here like I'm using a Sheikah tower. Afterwards, you need to jump off and immediately open the paraglider to begin a little bit of gliding. Afterwards, pull out the remote bomb with L and press CR and B at the same time to cancel gliding and to open bullet time. Afterwards, change the bomb as you're seeing right there on the screen, and then when the two bombs are aligned, detonate the bomb that's behind you to allow the other bomb to instantly bounce off of you and give you a higher chance of boosting yourself. Let us now watch the clip again, but slower and with the buttons marked up on the screen. Now that you have successfully learned how to do Wind Bomb, let's now move on to something a little bit more difficult, but it's also a little bit more interesting. This is called BLSS, or as its initials show, Bow Lift Smuggling Slide. It is a combination of multiple mechanics, so I will be trying to explain everything very smoothly and not confusing any of the viewers here. Smuggling slide is to basically force the object to continue being clipped inside of Link so that he can be pushed over like he will be. It's just breaking the laws of physics at this point. To first perform BLSS, we need three things: an object that can be carried with two hands, a shield, any shield can work, and a bow. It doesn't necessarily need to be used with an arrow. You can not have any arrows and still do BLSS. What we first need is the item. In here I'm using a remote bomb, and we need a small ledge that we can step into, like a Sheikah tower as I'm using here. We first need to pull out the bomb and press B. To put down the bomb right in front of us. Press CL to put out your shield to go into defense mode, and then at the same time press B and CL to at the same time pick up the bomb over your head while you're still holding the bow. Press X to jump, and then B and plus to pause, and then plus to pause the screen. And as you can see there, Link is holding actually his arms in a very downward position. If that is actually the truth, in that case we can do what proceeds. We unequip the shield, press CR to pull the string, but then instead of releasing CR, we will press B to cancel our shot. The bomb will now be attached to our hand, and then what you just need to do is to press B while moving the joystick to move and walk up the ledge. As you can see there, the bomb is going to be constantly pushed into Link, which will enable him to glide across the Hyrule field. And that will be all for today. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to open those notifications so that you never miss a new video. Have a great day, everyone. See you tomorrow.